All right, so even though the weather is still not quite there yet, fall is in full effect around here, at least as far as food goes. Colder weather coming on, we're really getting ready for braises and you know, all that kind of cold weather comfort food. I just picked up a whole Mangalitsa hog today. We haven't had that in a while, so I'll be getting into that today. Also finishing working our way through all this Wagyu beef. We did the Wagyu beef cheeks Bourguignon over the weekend, which was a big hit, and so I'm going to walk you guys through that today. It's kind of a traditional French classic, real simple, easy to make at home comfort food that's great this time of year. We've also got a lot of cool special events coming up. The Outstanding in the Field dinner is just a couple weeks away at this point, about 3 weeks I guess, which will be out at Crestview Farms on October 21st. There are still tickets available, so outstandinginthefield.com. Get on there for tickets for that. It's going to be a really good time. Also have Anthony Bourdain coming November 11th at Rose State College on his speaking tour. The VIP reception tickets are sold out, but I believe there are still tickets available for the talk itself, so get on there and get those as well. Walk you guys through this beef bourguignon. The very first step of the recipe, and the only part that I'm not actually going to show you guys, is I'm going to soak the beef in red wine for, you can do it anywhere from 1 to 2 days, but you want to let it go at least 24 hours. Another cool thing about this recipe is that you can make coq au vin, which is another sort of French classic, using pretty much the exact same techniques and everything. You would just substitute, like a quarter chicken or a rooster traditionally, an older rooster. So at this point, the meat has been soaked in wine, pulled out. First step is that we will season it, dust it in flour, and sear it, and that kind of helps start the crust. Another thing to sort of point out, it's a very dark color. That's what you're looking for. If you're doing a bunch of pieces, which most likely you would, you want to be sure to constantly kind of rotate them and turn them so that the outside, the surface of the meat is exposed to the wine so it can soak it up. You're looking for that dark color, which means the wine has really got into it. The flour, in addition to sort of giving a nice crust to the meat, is going to help build the sauce. Toasting the flour, searing it right now is going to give you, it's just going to help build flavor as well. You get more of those caramelized notes. This dish is about building up all those umami flavors, all those real kind of deep, savory flavors. You've got red wine, you've got bacon, you've got tomato paste, you got mushroom, all of that stuff that just really, those just kind of deep, hearty, tasty, savory umami flavors. Every stage of this recipe is just sort of about building up those flavors, as you'll see as we move through it. All right, got a good sear on that. Let the meat cool off a little bit and then talk a little bit about the vegetables. So this being a braise, we are going to have, just your sort of traditional straight up mirepoix, carrots, onions, celery as the base for the braise. With these kinds of dishes, you certainly can use those vegetables that you're cooking the dish with in the final plating. But then I've gone back through and we have some tornade, carrot, potato, some baby turnips, some king oyster mushroom, stuff like that. Oh, and shallot that will roast off and actually plate up with the dish. So you have those same flavors. It's the same things that it was cooked with, but just makes it look a little nicer. It's not at all necessary. So now we're going to coat it with, have a mixture here of tomato paste, cocoa powder, and porcini powder. Again, it's all stuff to just really build those umami flavors. Make this thing real tasty. And then just pop it in the oven about 425, 10 minutes or so, and just let it really kind of form a crust. So these are the presentation vegetables I talked about. Just going to go ahead and start those roasting while we're starting the cheek. Just a little bit of butter in the pan, add your veg, season, a little bit of thyme. Just cut some lardon. Start with bacon. Good bacon. Don't skimp on the bacon. This is our house-made, house-cured and smoked bacon. It's a Mangalitsa pork belly, cured in salt. Pull it out after about a week. Just smoke it stovetop with mesquite and let it rest for a day or two. So you want to saute, caramelize the mirepoix first. Again, get that caramelization, build those flavors. I'm going to add a little bit of the same paste that we rubbed all over the beef. Let that caramelize in there as well. You can see this stuff is starting to brown, starting to get a little bit of caramelization all over. That's what we're looking for. Let that go just a few more seconds, and then we'll deglaze. So this is the wine that's been reserved that the beef was soaking in. Just as the wine flavored the beef flavored the wine as well. So it's very important. You definitely want to save that wine. Don't discard it. Don't throw it away. With coq au vin, Boeuf Bourguignon, you just use wine. It's all wine. So you need a lot of wine. Again, you don't really want to skip on the wine either. It's really the main flavor profile of the dish, so you want it to be good. All right, getting really nice and caramelized there. Go ahead and deglaze a little bit. Scrape up all those little bits that might have stuck to the pan. Work them into the sauce. That in our pan. Alright, so our cheek roasted with the tomato paste and the flour crust on there. It's got a nice crust. Gonna just get it down in there, push it down in the veg and the wine and all that. Top with the rest of the wine. Cover it up. And just go into a low oven. You can do this, 300 degrees is really optimal. You can do it lower than that and go even longer. You really don't want to go much hotter than that. These braises are things that just have to, especially with a cheek, something that has, you know, it's going to be really tough unless it's slowly braised. There's a lot of kind of connective tissue and, you know, they're kind of gristly, but all that connective tissue and gristle in there is what, again, helps build the sauce, helps give the sauce body. It's going to break down, turn into gelatin as it cooks. So you can't rush these things. You can't try to turn the oven up and, you know, get it done in an hour faster. You know, some people like their braises to literally be kind of falling apart. You know, if there was a bone, sort of falling off the bone. I like for them to still have a little bit of kind of structure and texture to them, so they're still a little bit meaty. It's just a matter of personal taste. All right, so it's been about 3 hours. Take the cheek out, check it, plate it up. Remove the cheek. And then strain all the mirepoix out of the sauce. So we wind up with just the nice, smooth, silky sauce, and then we can just throw that away because we have our presentation veg. All right, you can see the sauce got nice and thick. It's got a lot of good body from that flour crust, the tomato paste, all the collagen out of the meat. Beautiful, nice, smooth, silky sauce. Just our cheek. Got our nice presentation vegetables, roasted. We've got a nice little crust on them. A little bit of creme fraiche, some France, you know, you got to top everything with creme fraiche, a little bit of fresh thyme, and that's it. It's our beef cheek bourguignon. Great for fall.